Wi-Fi. All right. So find your usual position, whether that is a little bit forward on your chair, or you can go all the way back to do the breath work if you like. Wiggle your feet, wiggle your bum underneath you if you're seated, wiggle your feet. I encourage you to try a chair. It's really been beneficial to me in terms of getting at different body parts. Definitely been beneficial to my shoulders and back. We're so used to doing yoga sitting down on the ground or lying down or standing up that this is a nice change, chair yoga. Everybody thinks chair yoga is for people that can't stand up, but it's really not true. All right. I mean, it is good for people who can't stand up, but it's not only for people who can't stand up. All right, wiggle your feet, wiggle your bum, wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your neck, your head. Take any last bits of sympathetic movement that you need so that you can be still for the next few minutes. Take a little body scan as you're doing that. Take a deep inhale, exhale through your nose. Maybe just a couple in through the nose, out through the mouth. I've heard it's hot in Shediac, so we'll get rid of a bit of heat. Deep inhale through your nose. Deep exhale through your mouth with a ha sound. One more. Exhale. Drop your shoulders. Find that nice, strong back posture. Maybe you have to smile your collarbones outward. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, ha sound. Do a little bit of tiger pause. Lift up your hands. Flex your tiger paws. We'll do a little bit of work with the hands today, hands and wrists. Flex your tiger paws, close your eyes, and just notice what it feels like to open and close your hands with intention. We do so many little things with our hands and they're done so automatically: cooking, cleaning, reading, putting our makeup on, getting pedicures and manicures. So many things are done without intention. Take some wrist rolls, both directions. Drop your fingers towards the floor, poodle paws. Point your elbows towards the floor and your fingers towards the floor. Really push the fingertips down. If you want to get into the feeling of the whole thing, pull in your fingertips. Make sure your forearms are parallel to your device. And push your fingertips or pull your fingertips down one at a time. That gives you the feeling of poodle paws. And then take poodle paws by themselves. Looks like that from the side. Looks like you're being a bird. Okay. Take your hands, give them a good flick out. Place them on your knees, palms towards the ceiling. Lower your shoulders, smile your collarbones open, smile your face and your forehead. And smile your whole body for the next breath. Just notice that openness of spirit and energy. And let's move into the breath. In and out through your nose. Close your eyes. Notice your body moving. And now begin to breathe with your whole torso. I don't know if that we've done this before. Consciously breathe with your whole torso. We've definitely breathed like a balloon before, but I'd like you to bring a little more awareness to your whole torso. Back, front, bottom, the bottom being pelvic floor. Top being the very top, your hard palate, your soft palate, right underneath your sinuses. Bring the tip of your tongue to the back of your teeth. The back of your front teeth, I mean. And see if you can make your whole torso get a little bigger on your inhale and a little smaller on your exhale. So there's no softening here. I'm not trying to soften consciously anything like we do with the balloon breath. I'm actually trying to use all the muscles. Use the muscles of your belly, use the muscles of your back, quadratus lumborum right here on top of your pelvis in the back, muscles of the ribs, the intercostals, everything, your shoulder muscles, everything works to inhale a little bit. Pelvic floor drops. And then exhale, use your muscles still. conscious breaths, begin to count. Count to 4 to inhale and a count of 4 to exhale. So there's no letting go here. This is a conscious muscular breath. It's very tricky to engage all those muscles at the same time. We're used to just letting go, so it's going to take a little bit of practice. This is different from what we usually do. Use that whole torso. Count to 4, expand, whole torso, count to 4, contract. 4 might be too long. You might have to use 3. Belly consciously. There's a little energy in the belly. Belly consciously gets a little bigger, but not soft. And a little smaller. A little bigger. A little smaller. A little bigger, increase the length of time. Same muscular tone. Maybe you go to 5. So you're more like a bellows. You know what a bellows is like? Like those things where you push air onto the fire. You're bellowing open. You're bellowing closed. Bellow open. Bellow closed. Now we're going to speed this up. If you want to, just stay right here. Bellow open. We're using a lot of muscles here. So if you get dizzy, just return to normal. Open your eyes. If you are not dizzy and you feel fine, you can move on to faster bellows breath. We're going to come in on 2, out 2. Through your nose. This is a muscular breath, and change it to 1. See the bellows? Few more. Takes effort. Last one. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. If they're not, close your eyes, soften your whole torso. Breathe softly. Let your breath rhythm come back to normal. Notice any differences, little touch of dizziness, tension in the feet or hands, any tingling. And we're going to do the same thing, but we'll do sips and sucker punches. So that same muscular breath with the muscular sips and the same muscular exhale with the muscular sucker punches. So here we go. Inhale. Your shoulders can bounce a little bit on the inhale, and then muscular exhale. 3 muscular sucker punches. Inhale. Use your muscles to expand your lung capacity, and now exhale. We're blowing out all the stuff that's caught inside our respiratory. Inhale. Exhale. Three more. When you exhale, you're like a bull. Exhale like a bull. 2 more. This is not easy work. Last one. Okay, return to soft breath. Notice any effects in your body. Swallow gently. Notice any effects in your sinuses, your nasal passages, your cheeks, your lips, your fingertips, your toe tips. Notice any tingling. Take one more breath. Okay, new breath today. All right, let's get into our sun salutes. Wiggle your way forward on your chair a little bit. Come to standing if you're standing. We'll do 4 and I'll do the usual options. We'll start in the chair. I'll do 2 variations in the chair and then I'll do 2 standing variations. I strongly encourage you to try all 4 variations because they all 4 exercise different parts of the body. Inhale, overhead. I'm extending my legs. Exhale, fold. Gentle fold. I haven't done yoga all weekend. I just taught theory. Inhale, long spine. So I'm going very slowly too. Exhale, fold. This is such a yoga snack. You can do this anytime you're feeling tight, or even when you're not feeling tight. Exhale, curl. Even when you've just been sitting for a long time, or you want some more energy. Seems counterintuitive, but it works. Exhale, rest. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Extend your legs. Enjoy. Exhale, fold forward. Sometimes we need to learn to enjoy movement. And sometimes that process is only made possible by commitment, especially committing to exercising or moving in a group. Inhale, overhead. And committing to yourself, just putting it on your calendar and then doing it no matter what. Let's do the other side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, big exhale. Slither forward, slither into your forward fold. Almost tricking your fascia into moving and softening. My toes are really spread here. I'm also trying to warm up the fascia of my feet. Exhale, fold. Each forward fold is a little micromillimeter deeper. Inhale, long spine. Left knees in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Use your arm muscles to make that spine long. Exhale, neutral pose. Just getting ready to move. And the getting ready is just as important. Big inhale. Exhale, just as important as the moving. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Place your legs in front of you wherever feels right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Probably all of us can do this one in our sleep. Let's do the next one with the lunges. If you haven't tried before today, maybe today is the day. I'll talk you through slowly. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Use your muscles and your arms here to pull yourself a little deeper as you get warmer. Inhale, long. Shoulders are down. Exhale, fold. Inhale. A little different now. Your right knee can come up, or you step back if you're standing, or take your time. Turn to the right. Extend your left leg behind you. Use your chair for support and inhale. Lunge. Exhale. Drop down into that lunge. You can come off the chair if you want, or keep holding onto the chair. Big inhale. Reach your fingertips away from your heels. Exhale. Come to center. I'm keeping my feet as much as I can where they are. A little rest here. Inhale, nothing like spreading your legs for YouTube. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, if you're seated, left knee tucks up. If you're trying this lunge version, turn left. Take a deep inhale, take a deep exhale, push into your right psoas, come down into the lunge. You don't have to go down deeper. You can just stay exactly the same if this is enough. One big inhale here. Exhale. This is the part that takes a bit longer, but take your time. Extend your legs in front of you. Forward fold. Big inhale. Traction the spine. This is the part that I find being on a chair super useful for. Lengthening the spine more than standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. That's the right side done. Here we go. Spread your toes no matter where you are. Inhale overhead. And use that muscular inhale we were practicing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, muscular exhale. Inhale, either left knee up or turn to the left or step your left leg back into a lunge. Exhale deep. Inhale long. Exhale, resting pose, middle. Inhale, belly button forward. We don't get this stretch almost any other time of day or any other sport. Exhale back. Push your chin into your chest. Right knee up or turn to the right. Big exhale, drop down. Big inhale. Exhale, we're coming to a forward fold. Spread your legs or keep them together. Exhale, fold. Grab onto your ankles or shins. And then inhale, use your hands on your legs to lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, muscular inhale through your nose. Exhale, neutral. Beautiful, everyone. Okay, variation with the chair. If you haven't stepped off your chair yet, but you want to, today might be the day. I'll talk through slowly again. Stand facing your chair or your couch. Inhale overhead, muscular inhale. Exhale, fold. You can step away from your couch if that feels better for the fold. Inhale, use your chair, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right leg back into either a lunge or just a calf stretch. I'm doing calf stretch because I don't get that very often. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale. Standing half downward facing dog. Step your feet together. Press your palms into the chair. Press your armpits towards the floor. Inhale. Lift your chest. You can ripple all the way forward. This is actually harder than doing it on the floor, on the ground. Big inhale. Big exhale. Right foot is going to come forward. If you're seated still, your left knee's coming up. Exhale, push into your left shin. Big inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward and take that forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Vigorous muscular exhale. Muscular inhale, here we go. Exhale, neutral. Vigorous inhale, other side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. It's the other side now. So step back with your left foot, either into a lunge. This is a great way to start your lunges. Exhale, drop down. Or into a calf stretch. Big inhale. Exhale, step back, feet together, palms spread, push your armpits towards the floor. Here we go. Either lift your chest or ripple forward towards your chair. Belly comes towards the chair. Strong shoulders. Exhale back. Still working with the left foot here. Left foot steps forward. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Push into your right shin. Deep inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, neutral. Take a breath. I'll do it without the chair now. Last sun salute. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, vigorous exhale. Inhale, long spine. Use your muscles. Use your breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back with your right foot. Exhale, drop down. Big inhale. Exhale, spread your fingers wide into your neutral pose. Inhale, ripple through, downward facing dog or high chest or neutral. Exhale back, cat pose or down dog. We're working with the right foot here on the floor. Bring it forward. Exhale, drop down. Big inhale, deep inhale. Exhale, everyone, forward fold. Big inhale, use your arm muscles, drop your shoulder blades towards your back pockets. Exhale, fold. Feel your fascia getting warm and supple. You don't keep all of that, but you keep some of it when you're done. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, neutral. That's the right side. Here we go, left side. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Muscular exhale. Big inhale. You can exhale through your mouth if you're getting hot. Inhale, left foot back. Exhale, drop down into your lunge. Big inhale, long spine. Exhale, downward facing dog or whatever your resting pose is. Inhale, ripple forward, strong fingers, strong shoulders. Exhale, ripple back, push into your fingertips. We're doing the left side, so the left leg moves if you're standing. Right knee is up if you're seated. Exhale, curl or drop. Big inhale, long spine. Everybody, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Use your belly to come up. We're going to do a little bit of core work after this. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Okay, stand in neutral, take a breath. If you're seated, I'm just tucking my shirt in so you can see my core better. Come to seated. You can sit on the floor if you like. Sit in the middle of your chair. We'll do a little bit of core work. So remember the 3 positions. We're not all the way back, or we're not all the way forward. We're about halfway back. And we did this the other day. This is a boat prep. So flip your hands to face the ceiling. Drop your shoulder. Solid up your feet on the floor. Wiggle your toes. If you're seated, you can also do the exact same thing. Your feet are solid on the floor. And then just come back a little bit. And we did this the other day. Come back and up, come back and up. So it's as if you have a tray of champagne in your hands. Inhale back, exhale forward. So you're serving the champagne, you're taking it away, you're serving it. You're taking it away and you're serving it. So coordinate your breath with this. Take the champagne away. Your hands stay flat because there's champagne on the tray, right? Fingers are alive because you're holding up the tray. Come forward and back. You can breathe as you like, but I like to inhale forward. Really reach now. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Somebody at the back doesn't have champagne. Reach it forward, inhale. Reach it back, exhale. Reach it forward, inhale. Reach it back, exhale. Stay back there and take a breath. What do your feet feel like on the floor? Are they nice, as heavy as they can be? Do you have any pinching in your low back? If you have pinching in your low back, come up a little bit. Lift your chest towards the sky. Take a breath. Are you using your belly muscles? Okay, someone over to the left of you does not have champagne. Turn your whole champagne tray and serve them as far as you can to the left. They're really a little bit behind you on the left-hand side. Serve them champagne. Come back up to center and reach the champagne towards me. Give me some champagne. Yes. Come back, all the way back, back, till you feel your abs kick in here. So you're leaning back a little bit in your chair. Lift your chest towards the ceiling and then serve the people on your right. Inhale, serve to me. Exhale, come all the way back, serve the people on your left. Who says you cannot get a good ab workout in the chair? Inhale, serve me. Reach really far forward and then reach to the right. One more time each side. Serve to your device. Here you go, device. You've been serving me so faithfully throughout the quarantine, and now serve to your left. Inhale forward. Exhale, serve right. Come back to center. Flip your hands, place them on your knees, give your shoulders a rest, take a breath. But I'm still leaning back a little bit in my chair. You don't have to be, but you can be. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale. Big inhale, forward fold. Big inhale. Muscular inhale, exhale, forward fold. So that was kind of like a modified boat pose sequence. And now we'll do the actual boat pose. Come on up. Check in with your abs. How does everything feel? Take a breath. Okay, so now you can either do this with one leg up or both legs up. We're gonna do more or less the same thing, not as long. You can do exactly the same thing with your feet on the floor, or you can come up a little bit onto your toes. Lean back a little bit until you feel your abs kick in a little bit. And then lean forward. Exhale. Inhale back to the left. And forward. If you've got your knees off the floor, you can't come forward very far. Inhale right, serve to the right. Exhale, serve to center. Inhale, serve to the left. Exhale, serve to center. One more time each side. Inhale, serve to the right. Exhale, serve to center. Inhale, serve to the left. Exhale, serve to center. Take a deep inhale here. Forward fold. Take an inhale, exhale. Rest everything. Rest your rib cage. Rest your belly. Rest your shoulders. Come back up to center. Bend your knees. If you're on the floor, come all the way up, cross your knees, and do a few Sufi grinds. Just gonna get into the abs here. Work them out, get them really warmed up for the last bunch of ab exercises. Go both directions for Sufi grind. All the way. Move your rib cage as big, as big, as big as you can. Come back to center. Lift your chest proud. Sexy jellyfish, however you want. One leg. Lean back a little bit. One leg. Two legs. Beautiful. I love seeing a whole bunch of people doing sexy jellyfish. If you're doing one leg, then take the other leg up and do the other leg. Remember, when you're doing one leg, you can move your torso in both directions. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Forward fold after this. Sexy jellyfish your way forward. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, exhale. Come on back up. Take a rest. Inhale, exhale. One more breath of rest. Bring your hands to your hips and then reach your right arm overhead. Settle your feet onto the floor, really quite solidly underneath your knees. Lean towards your left. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. I don't really care which side you do first. We're leaning towards the side that has our hand on our hips. Exhale, lean. We're working the middle body. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. If you like, bring your fingertips behind your head. The same thing. Drop your elbow towards the chair or the floor. Nice and slow. On the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last variation here. Extend your arms long. You can interlace your fingers and make like a church steeple and bend over. So if you don't have your feet firmly on the floor here, you'll topple over. You can also do this standing. Inhale down, exhale up. 3 more. Inhale down. Go slow. Exhale up. 2 more. Exercising the side belly. Transverse abdominis. Big inhale, bend. Exhale up. Big inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath here. Breathe it into your belly. Inhale up. Put your feet under your knees again. Right hand to your hips, left arm up overhead, or whatever the other arm is. We're doing the other side now. Inhale, bend. It's nice to do this with your hand on your hip first. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Go as deep as you can. Exhale, lift. Last one. This part is to warm up your body, but also to make sure that your feet are firm on the floor for the next part. Interlace your fingers behind your head gently. Inhale, drop your elbow. Exhale, up. Inhale, drop your elbow. Exhale, up. 2 more. Inhale, drop your elbow. Exhale, up. Drop your elbow. Exhale up. You can stay with that variation or the first one, or steeple your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Can you feel your intercostals mobilizing along with your belly? 3 more. Transverse abdominis. Deep belly muscles. And this doesn't have to be a deep bend either if you're doing this variation. Inhale, exhale, big inhale. Reach your fingers towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Work your way back up to seated. Take your hands to your hips. Come to your front position. So you're just seated just on the edge of your chair. You can do this standing as well. And just belly dance your way from side to side. Just kind of like the seated belly dancer. Side to side, smooth rib motion. If you want to do Sufi grind, you can. If you can just isolate your ribs, that's awesome. Last few, side to side. And now keep your hands on your hips so that your hips are always, so you're not moving your pelvis. The pelvis is going to stay exactly the same. And we're going to do cat-cow. So basically, I'm moving my rib cage towards you and away from you. Towards you and away from you. I'm using my hands to try and keep my pelvis as immovable as possible. I just want to keep it stable. It's not going to, it's going to move because it's attached to my spine and I'm moving my spine. There's going to be a little bit of movement, but that's okay. I want to get into the belly. Inhale forward, exhale back. Try and keep your pelvis up. Inhale forward. Try and stop your pelvis from flipping forward. Exhale back. A few more. This is working right here, right under the front of the bra line. 2 more. And back. And last one. And back. Come back to center. Place your hands on your knees. Take a breath. Just let everything settle. That's why we do this. We have this neutral pose because we're moving the fascia in different ways, equalizing the fascia. We need this time in between to settle out of the old patterns and into the new. Many, many injuries are caused by repetitive strain or repetitive pattern. We're trying to cure that. Working on it every day is a great start. Many times a week is a great start. Once a week is better than nothing. Take a few more breaths. Just notice how your body feels different. Last breath. We're going to do a little bit more work around the shoulder blades, just because you can't really do one without the other. We're going to do scapular push-ups, which we've done lots of times before. I'll show them on the floor, on the chair. If you don't want to get off your chair, then it's just this. Pull the shoulder heads together at the back, push them together at the front. Remember we talked about the rhomboids being this little strip of muscle that goes down the side of your shoulder blade. So here, we can start with this. I'd like you to do all 3. If you're going to do the ones on the floor, do all 3. So start with these. You can do these seated. Heads of the shoulders come together because they're all different. You don't want to just do the ones from the push-up position. You want to do all 3 because you get your rhomboids in different ways. Pull your shoulder heads together and push them apart. So the variation on the chair looks like this. I kneel down and it's kind of like a half push up here on the chair. Shoulder blades come together across my back and they push apart. Together, apart. And this is not easier or harder. It's just different. It's a half push up. It's easier on the wrists, easier on the shoulders, but still get a little more work into the rhomboids than just sitting up because we do a lot of that sitting up stuff, right? Inhale, chest comes down. Exhale, chest goes back. A few more. And the last variation is on the floor in a push-up position, half push-up position probably. Same thing. Rhomboids come together and apart. Together. Shoulder blades get together as if you're running a credit card through your shoulder blades. You do this enough and you get more and more of a groove in between your shoulder blades, get more and more movement in the ribs compared to the shoulder blades. Push with your fingers, stabilize through your wrists. If you have wrist problems, this might not be the variation for you. Take it nice and slow, a few more. Now, wherever you are, pull back into child's pose. So if you're on the chair, pull back, push your armpits towards the floor, kind of like puppy pose. If you're in the chair, come into a nice big cow pose. And then exhale, return to seated if you're not seated. Take a breath. One more. Notice the difference. Notice anything echoing or throbbing or tingling. This is what we do. We rest and we work. Okay, one more. We'll do an opener. You can do this standing or seated. If you're seated, we've done lots of this. Bring your fingers to your bum behind you. Magnetize your elbows towards each other and lift your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, rest, curl. Inhale, up. Lift towards the ceiling. If you're standing, push your feet into the ground, push your toes, push everything into the ground, push your hands into your bum, lift your chest. Exhale, curl up like a snail. 3 more. Inhale, lift your chest, magnetize your elbows as if someone has tied together your elbows and is tightening the rope. Inhale up. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale, chest towards the ceiling, push into your bum. Liven up your fingers, lift up your chin, and then exhale, curl, protect your throat, protect your belly. Last one. Inhale, open up. Pull your elbows towards each other, really liven up everything, especially if you have shoulder issues here. Make sure everything's really alive. Fingertips are alive. Put the emphasis on your fingertips being alive rather than flexibility, especially if your shoulder and neck problems are due to being overly flexible. Exhale, curl. Remove your hands. Place them on your knees. Take an inhale, exhale. Come back in your chair. Lie down on the floor if you're standing. Come into Shavasana. Soften your palms, soften your toes. Let your breath soften. Soften your whole body on your exhale. Practice that skill. Remember that muscular breath we were doing at the beginning? Do the opposite. Let the breath breathe you. Just let your autonomic nervous system take care of that job. Soft, soft breath. Can you feel the breath in the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers? Can you even feel your soft, smooth breath in your soft, smooth forehead? Slide your eyebrows apart. Let your eyes gently flutter open. Embrace everything that's outside of you. So take a look at your screen, see everyone. Take a look around you in your room. Maybe you're outside, embrace the outdoors, begin to move your arms, your legs, your fingers, your toes. Consciously coming back to this place, this time, this body. If you're on the ground, Lara, you can stay in Shavasana as long as you want. Take a deep breath, flip your hands so they face down on your legs. Thank you so much, everyone. It's wonderful to see everyone again on Monday. I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Please invite any